Since Martin O'Neill took charge at Filbert Street, Leicester City have made a habit of proving the pundits wrong. Promotion to the Premiership, Coca-Cola Cup glory, a place in the top 10, and in 97-98, O'Neill's hit squad are making waves.
Towards Cotty, and it's opened up for Cotty, he scored!
In this exclusive programme, we pay tribute to the players who brought pride to Filbert Street. All-American hero Casey Keller has shown why he's become such a valuable World Cup keeper. Matt Elliott's consistency at the back has given him hope of a Scottish call-up for France 98. Steve Guppy's great form won him a place in England's B-side. Alongside Emile Heskey, who ended his barren run in glorious style against Chelsea.
Oh, and is he offside? Apparently not! Heskey has scored for Leicester!
O'Neill's hit squad is bigger and better than ever before. Greek winger Theo Zacharakis, the latest addition, when he completed a £750,000 move from PAOK Salonika. Zacharakis made his full debut against Chelsea, coming up later. But first we kick off with a mid-season verdict for Martin O'Neill.
I think that expectation from last season would probably have been greater this time round, simply because we'd done so well last year, finishing 9th in the Premiership and winning the Coca-Cola Cup. So we're still okay, we're still doing fine. We've never really been out the top half of the table all season. We got off to a terrific start and we're just trying to keep it going. We knew to begin with that the draw was very, very difficult against Atletico Madrid. They're one of the best sides in Europe, and they're proving that at the moment. But it was the way that we were knocked out. We played very, very well out in Madrid. There was certainly a very dodgy penalty given against us, and we lost eventually 2-1. But we'd scored the vital away goal and we were in decent shape. But if we'd had the same referee second time around, well, if he'd given that penalty kick against us in Madrid, he would have certainly given us at least 3 here. And very deserved calls, I feel, for penalty kicks. So the referee, as it turns out, the referee that was refereeing the match here, was immediately taken off the list of for games for the rest of the season. That shows you how UEFA viewed it, and I was no exception. I viewed it every bit as badly as that. And overall, I'm not saying for 1 minute that over a course of a season that we are a better side than Atletico Madrid. What I am saying is that I thought that over the 2 games we deserved to go through. When I arrived at the football club, I thought, well, let him concentrate on playing, and he's done that absolutely brilliantly for the club in 11 years, and for me in particular for the last couple of seasons. So he's been excellent. Eventually, Stevie is no different to the rest of us. Time will catch up with him. Age will decree that at some stage or another he'll have to pack in. And I would think that if you're talking for a longer term future, or what he will do in the future, probably best to ask him. But he's certainly been brilliant here, and I've no doubt, I've no intention at this minute of relinquishing this manager's job. But I'm quite sure Walsh is very, very capable of taking over.
And there's Walsh. Steve Walsh scores for Leicester, as he's done so many times in the past, sneaking in almost unnoticed from a set piece.
Our first feature match is the Highfield Road Showdown with Coventry City, where the Foxes were aiming for their first win for 2 decades.
Guppy will take it. Is it leaving it for Steve Guppy? It's towards Steve Walsh. Ooh, looked a blatant push by Paul Williams. The linesman could hardly have been better placed. Walsh not complaining too much. Here he is again, and Fenton again. And now Elliott! Speculative effort by Matt Elliott. Guppy to take. In towards Walsh, Shaw off the post, Fenton! Yes! Graham Fenton gives Leicester City the lead. And I think that big cheeky smile suggests it was a miss-hit with his left foot too. I think not so much his left foot as his left stud. Came off the underside of the bird after. Walsh had been unlucky with the volleyed effort. And Fender's effort teased Grizovic and Breen on the line. This is Williams. Always raking away from the left-hand post. Marshall. Fenton. Now Muzzy is it. Oh, that's lovely work by Is it. And still, needed it to curl a little bit more. But superb footwork. Is it? Fenton managed to turn away from Telfer and set up Savage. Pretty tame shot in the end from Robbie Savage. Elliott. And again. Marshall. Who's turned the defender? It's Marshall. What a chance. Breen felt he was fouled anyway, but there was no free kick and no goal. Found a way through to Fenton. Savage. Right by Williams. It's Guppy. Whatever you'd rather have. Trying his luck from long range and Steve Guppy. Telfer to Nilsson. Tossed in towards Dion Dublin. And Matt Elliott managed to get there. Good service for Dublin. Acknowledged. Charged down by Dublin. This is Nilsson. And he's lost out here to Muzzy Is it. And Is it has support from Marshall. Taking on Shaw. And down he goes, and that's a penalty. Ooh. Seemed to look for that, Muzzy Is it. I'm not sure that Richard Shaw didn't just lose his footing. Is it did get beyond him, but well, that's a debatable one. And Martin Bodnan now will add insult to injury, so to speak, by showing a yellow card to Shaw. It all means that Matt Elliott will have the chance to double Leicester City's lead from the spot. A bit of afters on the edge of the penalty area. Elliott will have to wait. He scored! Straight down the middle from Matt Elliott. In truth, if Stephen Grizovic had stayed where he was, he'd have probably kept it out. Or maybe it would have carried him into the back of the net with it. Hayworth. Roland Nilsson. Nilsson shot.
In the FA Cup, the Foxes enjoyed a third-round date with Northampton Town, a chance to turn on the style against a side from the second division.
Heskey. Bring it down, Hill can. And this is Gale. Marshall, good ball to Guppy. Now then. Again, that curling ball towards the far post, and Hill does well. The shot comes in from Savage.
Robbie Savage, just 1 goal this season. But Steve Guppy producing the opportunities here. Here's Clarkson. Keller quickly reading the situation as Chris Freestone sprinted for the space. Oh dear, and a lack of concentration there. And Freestone, his first touch lets him down. And here's Savage for Leicester City. They need to assert their authority with some action at the other end. Here's K-Mark. Marshall making the run. Played in behind for Heskey though. Heskey getting there for... Oh, he's trod on the ball. Marshall with a shot, 1-0. Marshall's 8th goal of the season. 17.5 minutes on the clock. It's Leicester City 1, Northampton 0, and it all stemmed from that mistake by Emil Heskey. Trod on the ball there, that put Charlie Parker on the wrong foot. Marshall drills the ball low past Woodman, and Leicester take the lead. Nicely timed run here by Heskey. Into space, this is Savage. Marshall, Savage, penalty! Savage brought down. No doubts about that one. 25 minutes into the game. Savage playing a 1-2 with Marshall here. And the challenge, a late one, coming in from John Frayne. And Parker with the chance to make it 2-0. It is. So Parker on the score sheet at last. Gary Parker, a maker of goals, now a scorer from the penalty spot, coolly taken. Beautiful finish, sent Woodman the wrong way. And it all stemmed from that nice little interchange between Savage and Marshall. Duffy to his left. Heskey. Lennon. Parker. In goes Savage. Great ball through. Savage is there. Must score. 3-0. Great movement. And Savage on the score sheet. 53rd minute of the game, and it's Leicester City 3, Northampton Town 0. And that's his 2nd goal of the season. But what a ball from Parker. Absolutely a perfect ball played in. Great kill. Beautiful ball too, into the path of Parker. Heskey on this side. A chance here. Cotty racing through in the inside left position. This is Heskey. Drills it across. Cotty's there. 4-0. Superb finishing by our master craftsman, Tony Cotty, who made his league debut on New Year's Day 1968 with a scoring debut against Tottenham Hotspur for West Ham United. Is on the score sheet again here.
Another one, the Leicester City goal scorer, number 27, Tony Cotty.
Well, Tony, delighted to get one under your belt at last.
Yeah, that's right. First goal for the club, so yeah, and I'm really pleased.
Yeah, it came on there second half. Take us through the goal.
I think the ball was played into me around about the halfway line, and I passed it to Gary Parker and just basically, tried to get in the box. And I didn't think I was going to get there because Emil Heskey's a very quick player. But fortunately, I got there and he put a great cross in, tapped it in inside the 6-yard box.
Well, it was a textbook finish, wasn't it? Really.
When we left foot, yeah. No, I was pleased with it. It was probably a good team goal.
Yeah. Does Martin said anything to you afterwards?
He said I paid off a very slight chunk of the fee, and he's probably right. It was just nice for me to get on the pitch. I've been very frustrated because I've not been playing regular football, but I've got my goal, and hopefully I can get a chance next week.
At Villa Park, O'Neill's hit squad were aiming for a league double against a side they'd conquered 1-0 on the opening day of the season. A story of almost, but not quite.
Left for on right. Savo Milosevic. It's loose play. Is it to Parker? Equally loose. Straight to Fernando Nelson. Taylor. Nelson. Straight down the third of Casey Keller. Header away by Taylor under pressure from Elliott. Hit by Lennon. Never any danger to Mark Bosnich's goal. Right. This is Collymore. Now Draper. Right, this time to Taylor. He's got in behind the Leicester defence now. Collymore. Good stop by Keller. With plenty of power by Stan Collymore. No foul. Referee well placed, on by Parker to Heskey. Marshall. Savage overlapping. Now Muzzy, is it? Now was Shimika late? Yes, he was. Referee has pointed to the spot. It was a mistimed tackle by Ricardo Shimika. Muzzy, is it, just managed to stab the ball away from him. And Shimika's momentum did the rest. Aston Villa are not best pleased, but Mike Riley was pretty certain about what he saw. Arguments continue as Gary Parker, against his old club, faces up to Mark Bosnich. And scores just through Bosnich as much as anything. But Parker, with 8 minutes of the second half gone, has given Leicester City the lead. Aston Villa have not beaten Leicester since Brian Little left in 1994. Are behind again. Ekio. Collymore. Grayson making the break from deep. Another man facing former employers this afternoon, Simon Grayson, unable to follow suit. Gary Parker scoring against his old team. Leather's back there. Going to right. This is Draper. Now Collymore. Found their way through to Keller. He fielded it pretty comfortably. Collymore shielding the ball from Savage. This is Taylor. Collymore again. Headers from Joe Chim, it's there! 3 minutes remaining. It's another goal for an old boy. It's Julian Joachim, the Aston Villa substitute. Beautifully guided header. Dwarfed by the size of the Leicester City defenders around him, but he just steered the ball with his forehead beyond Keller. And the Villa substitute has done the trick. Is it? Managed to get through the challenge from Draper. Lennon. Is it again? It's towards Savage, saved by Bosnich, and turned out of harm's way by Ricky Schumacher. Robbie Savage arriving late, making the most of his height advantage over Alan Wright, and forcing a good stop from Bosnich, who's a little fortunate that it didn't reach Cotti or Heskey, who were closing in. Palmed the ball onto the head of his own defender. Parker will take it in towards Pryor. Walsh maybe. Taylor was there, wasn't too happy about the challenge from Walsh, and neither's Grayson either. And a little flashpoint here in the closing moments. Neil Lennon getting involved with Steve Staunton now. Steve Walsh was at the centre of it all, and what will Mike Riley do? Walsh and Staunton were at the height of the battle, and they're the two who are going to be lectured.
Now for the star performance in our six of the best selection. A home banker, according to most pundits, champions Man United unbeaten at Old Trafford in 9 months, with the Foxes undeterred by the odds against victory.
Scholes. Solskjaer. It's just opened up here for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but Steve Walsh got his considerable frame in the way. Lennon has found Guppy. It's nicely played. And Matt Elliott is still forward. Didn't begin to get hold of it. Palace trying to pressure from Heskey. Robbie Savage. Now Gary Parker. Tossed in towards Cotti, and it's opened up for Cotti. He scored! Leicester City take the lead. Tony Cotti with his first Premiership goal for the club. Somehow managed to slip away from Henning Berg, the defender. Well, no clear foul, that has to be said. Cotti, presenting with a clear chance, took it well. 28 minutes gone, Leicester City in front. Now Giggs. Got Andy Cole ahead of him. This is Cole. Oh, that's a good save. Good stop by Casey Keller. Just managed to palm Cole's shot around the post. Beckham. Led by Elliott, down by Scholes. Giggs. Cole, onside. Cole, good stop. Really good save by Keller, who was quickly off his line to smother the shot from Andy Cole. Now Beckham. Scholes. Cole. Still Cole. Well, he's had some sights of goal, that's for sure. Beckham will take it. And Peter Schmeichel is forward here. It's towards Schmeichel, down by Pallister. Gary Neville! Well, I don't know how much Keller saw that. Beckham looking for Pallister again. It's Giggs. It's Cole. It's Sheringham, surely? No! Well, it's just not going to be Manchester United's day. Leicester City, beaten at Crystal Palace in the FA Cup last Saturday, have pulled off the surprise result of the day. Martin O'Neill's team become the first to win at Old Trafford since last April. Only Chelsea have managed even a draw here in 15 Manchester United home games this season. But Leicester City have gone one better, and have beaten Manchester United on their own ground with a first half goal from Tony Cottee.
While Tony Cottee grabbed the headlines, the contributions of Casey Keller and Matt Elliott also earned glowing tributes. Two players sharing the ambition of playing a part in France '98.
Matt, it could be Ronaldo in the first game against the world champions.
Yeah, it was an amazing draw to come out. I mean, Brazil, everyone's favourites, and you know, you don't get much tougher opposition than that, really. So, I mean, it'd be a great occasion, really. Play the opening game of the tournament against the present world champions. You know, you can't ask for any more, really. So, playing against Norway and Morocco, that evens it out a little, to a certain extent, and I'm sure Scotland feels as though we've got a decent chance of getting through.
Casey, after the disappointment of USA '94, I suppose you can't wait for this one to come around, can you?
Exactly. You know, just a matter of keeping form and staying fit, and hopefully have a good chance there in 98. Obviously, it's an interesting draw for us. You know, going against Germany, who is always going to be involved in the title hunt, one way or the other. So, you know, good start, good baptism of fire like Matt, you know, have a fun first game in this tournament, and then it gets, you know, a little bit easier. Obviously, Yugoslavia is going to be a very tough opponent for us, and then a game against Iran, in which we probably are looking to definitely pick up points against.
How difficult is it going to be for you personally, being in the American side? They're going to have a lot of friendly games between now and then. Is it going to be difficult combining the two?
No, I don't think so. You know, it'll be the same as probably Matt. Well, there'll be games that you're called in for, and there'll probably be games that you're not called in for. Simple as that. I know in the States it's a little bit different because the team will be pretty much together because of the MLS players are off right now, and then they get together in January. You're going to be pretty much together straight through. But the manager realizes that I'm over here doing something that really doesn't need that day-to-day contact like the other guys.
Just harping back to USA '94, does it still just rankle a little bit that you weren't actually involved in that one on your home soil?
No, not really. I think the Olympics really, for me, kind of exercised a lot of those ghosts, you know, and so now it's just a matter of just getting fit and going and playing and hopefully, you know, proving that I should have been involved in '94.
Matt, it's a question you've been asked many times, and probably many more times between now and June of next year. I mean, from the likes of Torquay, Scunthorpe to the world's very best, still believe all this is actually happening to you?
Sometimes I must admit I have to pinch myself, you know, and it's hard to try and work out all the things that have happened to me in such a short space of time. But you know, I like to think I take things in my stride. Things happen. It's only afterwards when you look back and reflect that you realise exactly what's been going on. But you know, if I do manage to get in the final squad for the World Cup and play over in France, you know, it's the pinnacle of anyone's career. But as you say, a year ago, it looked a long, long way off. I mean, just the fact of playing international football was unreal, really, and the fact that you've got the target of the World Cup possibility is it's unbelievable. But at the moment, it's early days for me. I've just got my fingers crossed that I can sneak in the squad, and I'll take it from there, really.
Another clean sheet for Keller, and the commanding display at the back by Elliott furthered both players' reputation in the home encounter with Leeds United. The Foxes ending a 3-month wait without a home win in the Premiership.
Untidy passage. They're trying to sort it out. This is Parker. Oh, that's a much better ball for Savage. Forwarding in the centre. Savage has got away from Kelly. And this is Cottee! There's a sharp chance for Tony Cottee. Gunnar Haller was the Leeds United defender. Cottee just stole in front of him. Parker. Heskey. Now Lennon. Guppy as ever available. Elliott's there. Might come for Cottee. Might come for Muzzy, is it? Blocked by Kelly. Away as far as Steve Guppy. just couldn't quite take the opportunity. The angle was against him. So good defending here by Gary Kelly. Not once, I suspect, but twice. He got there again, Kelly. Guppy being shown inside. This is Neil Lennon. Took a deflection. A deflection which almost carried it into the path of Tony Cottee. Aimed at setting up Pryor. Deflect from Cottee. Heskey. Oh, Haller's holding him there, surely, yes. The referee has given a penalty. Leeds are angry. They maybe felt that Heskey was backing into Haller, but there's no doubt that the Norwegian had his arms around and over Emil Heskey, and that's a clear penalty. Neil Barry well within his rights to point to the spot. Gary Parker is 2 from 2 from the penalty spot so far this season. Sends Nigel Martin the wrong way, and Leicester City lead with just a minute of the first half remaining. Gary Parker keeping his nerve. Towards Elliott, and Cottee! Good save by Martin. And by Cormac. Is it to Parker? Now Pryor. Cottee. This is Savage. Parker's made a good run, and that's a fine ball by Savage, and Gary Parker! Well, he was aware of the on-rushing keeper and just had to guide it the best he could. And sadly, he guided it just wide. Savage might try his luck here. Carried away by Martin, now Guppy! Martin to the rescue again. Hopkin. And Kuhl has got on the dangerous side here of Savage. And here's a chance for Harry Kuhl! And it's side netting. Real chance though for Leeds. Out to Guppy. A useful cross, Weatherall just managed to get his head to it. Now Heskey. Parker. Is it? Guppy maybe, and is it? Well, Muzzy as it had two chances there and just couldn't quite get enough on the ball either time. First one seemed to come off his back, but then as he was lying prostrate, Guppy forced it in. I think, is it touched it again? He did. Kuhl. Picked up by Robertson. Kuhl again. Haaland's in there. Kuhl's in there. Pryor was in the way. A penalty! Referee's pointing to the spot, must have been a handball, I think. It was. Spencer Pryor, well, the ball just squirted up in front of him, but there didn't seem to be any intentional movement towards the ball on Pryor's behalf, but late in the day, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank will have a chance to give Leeds United a point. Hasselbank against Keller. Keller not even tested. Hasselbank's penalty well wide. More than 3 months since Leicester City have won a Premiership match here. Back in late October, but the run is coming to an end. 4 points out of 18 at home prior to today. But thanks to Gary Parker's penalty on the stroke of half-time, Leicester City win the game.
Arguably the Foxes' most improved player this season has been Steve Guppy. His impressive contribution recognised with a call-up to England's B-side against Chile.
it's not something to dream about. But you know, I knew they were watching me, but you know, it's still a great shock and a surprise. Before the Liverpool game, the gaffer told me that they thought I was doing all right and they were monitoring my progress and what have you. So, but it was still a great shock, you know, a great surprise.
Emil Heskey, who also appeared and scored in that B International against Chile, continues to win over new fans.
He's a powerhouse player. He's got terrific attributes. Talented player, no doubt about it. And as you quite rightly say, he's only a kid. So he's got a great future ahead of him. And I think he is capable of going right to the top. He has got a lot to learn, like everybody else, you know, in this. And sometimes I forget that myself. Sometimes I think he's like a veteran or a seasoned international player. That he's not. He scored a couple of goals for the under-21 side against Greece, although they've finally got knocked out of the competition. He was absolutely awesome. And I know it might have been against players of his age, but the expectation here is very high for him and concerning him, because I just expect him to go and blitz defenders here every single time he picks the ball up. That is not happening all the time. I think he could be a better finisher than he is, but all that will take time, and he is terrific for us.
Bruno hasn't had the best of luck in front of goal this season, but he never lost heart during a 13-match run without hitting the back of the net. A barren spell he ended in style in our final feature match against Chelsea.
To curl it in. Oh, and is he offside? Apparently not. And Heskey has scored for Leicester. Well, that's amazing. Chelsea was standing still and looking for a flag. And Dimitri Corrin is beaten after only 2 minutes of his comeback. And Emil Heskey has scored for the first time since October the 27th in the Premiership. The ball was played long, and as it was knocked back in here, Chelsea were looking for an offside. Heskey got the ball down and drove it past Corrin with just 2 minutes gone. Well, Leicester will say that last season against Chelsea there was a contentious refereeing decision. Chelsea may argue that that one needs looking at again. And we've had drama here already today. Here comes Matt Elliott now, looking for Cotti. Nearly fell for Heskey again. Wise here trying to clear. Heskey, Cotti! And the long kick by Corrin, but a foul by Vialli on Steve Guppy. Well, Emil Heskey was at the heart of the incident. gets them further back, Paul Durkin. Zola! Well, from here it looks as though it just skimmed the far angle, but perhaps it was floating away a bit. Indeed it was. Heskey wants it played long, still Guppy, and Heskey's coming in now! Good defending by Leboeuf, comes out on the far side to Savage, Heskey again! Good effort, Leboeuf doing some stout defending and marking on Emile Heskey. First ball in from Guppy, Leboeuf did brilliantly to hook that out. It comes to Robbie Savage. Second ball in is also good, Heskey's header flicks wide. Chelsea not finding the thread just yet. And here's Petrescu. Get the feeling you may be watching a team here. And it's Izzet pulling it through to Heskey. Leboeuf, the defender, again shuts Heskey out. You're watching a team here in Leicester who are very fresh after a week's rest. And a team in Chelsea who may still have their minds slightly in Wednesday night. They're looking a little sluggish at times, Chelsea, but Leboeuf is an exception to that. It's a corner to Leicester. There are three in the middle for Chelsea here. Wise! That was one just to test the concentration of our Fexad. Wise striking it from all of 25 yards. Here's Di Matteo. This is Lasso, offside. Play on. Oh, and it's forward by Lennon towards Heskey, and Karim reads it well. This is Cormac. Fenton's coming in here for Leicester. Did that well. Shot was by Zagorakis, coming in behind Fenton. Lennon finds Cormac. Heskey's coming towards the near post. Izzet was the man that went down. Lennon crosses. Fenton's there. Heskey. Nobody appealed on the pitch, only the crowd. And here's Guppy. Heskey's still down there in the centre. And Guppy's cross, Izzet, is behind the last man. That's a corner. Lennon's effort was deflected. Well, Emile Heskey has been in the thick of things today, there's no doubt about that. Fenton was competing well there, and as Heskey went to get that ball, he seemed to go over the outstretched foot of Dewberry, but the referee saw nothing amiss, except that Heskey got injured in the process. Viali's been over to get some... Dewberry rather has gone to get the instructions now. And that is Leboeuf, and they did fear him! Good strike, good save. Leboeuf, a real thorn in Leicester's side in previous meetings. Hits that beautifully, but it's curling in towards Arfexad a little bit, held it well. This is Lennon. Oh, he spread that well to Guppy. Heskey's coming in from this side. There's Heskey! One of the most animated benches in the Premiership, Leicester City. Martin O'Neill is never still. Di Matteo trying to slide Petrescu in on the far side, but this is Lennon for Leicester sorting it out to Is it? And now Heskey's to the right and Fenton's trying to stay onside the other way. This is Heskey. Is it makes a run down the centre. Fenton is tearing in from the left. Oh, and the ball eluded him and Karine in the 6-yard box. It went straight between them. Graham Fenton so close from Heskey's cross. A sweeping move by Leicester that might have put the game beyond Chelsea's recall. Heskey here is the provider, but it's Fenton who's making the ground on the far side, coming in now. A bit more thrust about Leicester, and most of it has come from Heskey. That's his header to Fenton. Heskey again. Oh, that's good play. And they've got a spare man on the far side. If he can be found, it's Fenton's cross. Oh, and it was a chance for Guppy. He was free for quite some time. Good play by Fenton. Chelsea was slow in picking up Guppy on the far post here, but he absolutely fluffed that. It was his left foot as well, which is usually so reliable. It's a bit short for Leicester. Chelsea haven't really clicked into gear yet today. It's getting late in the day for them now. This is Heskey. Leicester are threatening. There goes Fenton. Goalkeeper's right out. It's still Fenton. He needs help in the middle. He's got it now. And is it surely? It was Zagorakis waiting for the pullback. Is it? Couldn't quite find him. Chelsea were all over the place. Di Matteo. Di Matteo still, inside it goes to Lasso, and now Wise, chance of a shot from him. This is Vialli, and now it's Clark. Over on the far side is Di Matteo. And he's got Petrescu in support. Oh, and the header by Lasso, and Arfexad just gets down. Graham Lasso with Chelsea's best effort of the match. He popped up there in an unfamiliar position, centre of the penalty area, the left wing back. But here is the sort of cross, the sort of space that could have caught Leicester out. Arfexad responded. Good save. On the left. Now then, there's a chance here, is it? With Heskey to his right. Good tackle by Leboeuf. For me, Chelsea's best player on the day. But wait, here's Guppy again. Heskey's in the middle. Heskey! That seals it. Just look at the celebrations. Guppy the provider. Heskey the scorer. His second goal of the afternoon. After a 4-month famine. He'll be so relieved, Emil Heskey, because that's the goal that means Chelsea are beaten. He played the ball on initially. Heskey, though, it was a good touch. Guppy knew where he was for the return, and all he had to do was poke out a foot to beat Karine. Is it won it there? Good battling by Leicester. Fenton had a hand in that. Then it was Heskey. Then it was Guppy. And then Heskey picked out the poacher's position to make it 2-0 with just a minute now left. Lasso. Petrescu hanging back. Here he is. And Vialli! Trying to have the last word. Flo, Vialli. Oh, it's going to run on here for Di Matteo. Good challenge. But Vialli's there. Goes down, nothing given. In fact, all that's given is the final whistle. 3 points for Leicester. Disappointment for Gianluca Vialli on his Premiership debut as player-coach. Chelsea well beaten, in fairness, because of this man, Emil Heskey, who topped and tailed that match beautifully. A goal in the first couple of minutes, a goal in the last couple of minutes. His first since the end of October. And 3 points for Leicester, which confirmed their status surely as a Premiership club for next season, should it have needed confirming.
Martin, your thoughts on a very rewarding afternoon?
It was a rewarding afternoon. I thought we deserved to win the game. Obviously got off to a terrific start with Emil Heskey's first goal in about 4 or 5 years, I think. But his performance was outstanding. He deserved the second goal near the end, and in between we were biting fingernails.
Now, you left it quite late. Just to confirm all 3 points, a few anxious moments throughout the second half?
Plenty of anxious moments just when we couldn't finish it off. We've had one fantastic move where Emil Heskey whipped a great ball across the box. It looked as if Graham Fenton was coming in to finish it off. It didn't happen, and then you're thinking this might not be our day to grab all 3 points. I didn't think for one minute that we'd ever get beaten, but we needed all 3 points and we deserved them. But when you're hanging on against quality players like Chelsea have, then it's hard. And as I say, just with 10 or 15 minutes to go, the crowd are getting used to it now, the sort of thing that they have to go through here before finally victory is assured. But overall, terrific performance by the players.
And of course, a welcome return to scoring for Emil Heskey.
Absolutely, yeah. He has been playing quite well recently. Obviously, he needs goals because he's a striker and he'll thrive in those things. And I felt when he got the goal, he scored after about 3 minutes in the game, and you just knew his performance was just superlative.
Now, the second one, is that vital for a few more this season, do you think?
Is the second?
His second goal, was that vital, do you think, for him to get a few more this season?
You consider that he's gone 4 or 5 months now without getting a goal. He scores and ends up scoring 2 in the same game. But I know that's how strikers go on. As I say, there was a period where his confidence was down. This was probably late October, November time. Things were getting on his nerves, as it were. But he's put that all aside. He just needed that goal, and it's given him a lift. But in fact, he was terrific today, and that obviously because of the goals, he had a magnificent performance. But he has been playing pretty well recently.
And the way Leicester are playing at the moment, I think you'd probably welcome any side coming to Filbert Street.
We have great respect for every side in this Premiership because we're not used to it yet. You know, this is only our second year in, but the way the players playing at this minute, they don't actually fear sides. I think, you know, the win at Old Trafford was fantastic. You know, we got a wee bit of luck there towards the end, but even so, I thought that we deserved that little bit of luck. We've carried it on. We end up beating Leeds United. We've gone down to Tottenham Hotspur, and we've kept this unbeaten run since Boxing Day going. So it's been terrific for us.
Martin, congratulations. Thanks very much indeed.
Thank you, James.